to Divi inside of a website that is not Divi. So this website is the theme, it's WordPress, but the theme is Genesis, but Divi is included on a specific page just because they want more of they just want a better layout than Genesis could provide, without all of the coding. Makes it easier for specifically for this one page of 3D tours to go in and edit visually, just because of how much is on that page. So go to Gulf Coast Properties or the website yourwebsite.com/wp-admin and then log in. And then I always, if there is an update, then the thing that I always first do is do the update. So as that goes, right click and hit open in a new tab to view the site. The page that we're going to work on is 3D Tours. I have an email off screen that has a lot of changes, and I kind of wanted to go through over the different types of ways that you can make changes on this page. So here is the bulk of the changes. All of this is because of COVID, that they do 3D tours now, which is great. And then the problem with doing 3D tours and then not being attached to a multiple listing service is that you have to manually change things. So all of these listings are expired, all of these listings are sold, and then this one has a new MLS number. So just know that if you do it this way, it does take a lot to keep up with, but this is the most search engine friendly way to do it. So here is the 3D Tours page, and we're just going to go from the top to the bottom and start changing the website. So here's it. Like I said, the 3D page is fairly long. These are listings. They all have 3D tours. We were messing with if we wanted to do something like this, and then we were messing with if we wanted to do a virtual tour overlay, which we just kind of changed around. So it does take a lot to do. I would say the first thing to do if you want to do a page like this, you don't have to use Divi, but if you want to do a page, think through how you want to do things. Think through the image sizes, think through everything, and then you're not going back and changing a bunch of stuff later. So Sand Dollar Way. So since there's a lot here, you can just hit Control F or Command F and then type in the MLS number. I'm cheating, I'm looking at it on an email. I think I was in the wrong window. I was. Okay. 303332 isn't on the website. So let me look again. And let me type in Sand Dollar. Okay, so that one's on the website, which is great. So it just saves time. So we just go to the next one. And that one's not on the website, which that's good. Again, I'm going to do the 2202. No. And then 301 386. And that's not on the website either. Perfect. Okay, so again, going off the email, I'm just kind of looking off of this. I don't know, for example, why these were listed if they weren't on the site, but they were. So, and since there's so much on the site, I just kind of have to go through and list them. But then there's, a quarter of the work that I don't have to do, which I'm happy about. 304 821. Okay, so in the beginning in the blue, there's one on Sapa Dilla Lane, right here, and it's been sold. So you can, in this circumstance, what I would do is I would look at the other ones and go, okay, now is this one and this one, are they sold together? Like, are they both sold? Not sold together, but are they both sold? And if they are both sold, then I would just disable the whole entire row. Since one is and the other one isn't, and it looks like there are 4 more that have to be done, what we're going to do is disable them, then delete them. So you have a choice in Divi. You can do You could disable whole entire sections, and to do that, just enable the visual builder. And then as that loads, there's about 4 that need to be changed. Okay. And so I'm looking at all of the requests. Like, for example, we would like all the virtual tours to open in a new tab instead of the tab that they're in. So that means every single picture and every single button will need to be edited on this page. And so we'll go through that. So I'm actually going to scroll down to 109 Santa Lupa. Okay, so here is a quick trick in Divi when you're editing a large section of stuff. You can at any time click on the 3 lines and then hit disable and then choose every single device, and then now that is disabled. You will still see it in the editor, however, it is disabled. It won't load during page load. All of the code is still there, but it is set to not show, basically, if you kind of think of it that way. So this is a good trick if there's just a few that they want to take away. But since this email is so large, we're going to disable them and probably re-enable and or change them. It's just easier to go through from the email from top to bottom to fix everything and then go back through and then change everything. So then the next one is that's it. So that's disabled. And you can tell because it grays out. And then Ponderosa. So then here's another one we're going to disable. I commonly accidentally click on split test, just like I did there. It is a pain in the butt to get out of. So don't click on split test. So to get out of it, I think you have to click here, close this, go back, and then it's probably the 3 dots again. 3 dots, end split test, hit proceed. And then it drops you back into the backend editor for some odd reason. And then you can click on, and then it still changes the mouse. So if you click on that, and then, why did it do that? Yeah, so it's still in stupid split test mode, but it shifted you back to the back end, so then now you really don't know where you're going. Here it is right here. Look for the blue sections, and then again, what you want to do is, there you go, click on the 3 dots, and then it will finally turn it off, and then go from there. So, and then you're kind of stuck. Like if this happens, you can't click on anything. You can't go anywhere. So you can just erase this as the top after question mark and hit 3D Tours again to get out. Choose leave. It might prompt you to save, but just be careful when you click. That's the only solution I've come up with to get out of the whole split testing debacle. I wish that was a way you could just turn it off, but you can't. So as you're going, you're going to click on it. That's a thing that I do all the time. Just be aware. So then Control F to find, erase what's there, and then look for, use the MLS number. It's really easy. They're all all the MLS numbers are different. So here's Ponderosa Pines, and same thing, 3 lines, disable. Technically, you could just delete them too. Again, since there's so much to do on this email, I just want to disable them. I'll probably re-enable them the moment I get to that section of the email to add the listing. I just go in and change the information, but just disable them for now. Get organized. Go through the email of all of the change requests or all of your change requests, but just do them one at a time instead of trying to do them all at once or deleting all of them. It's just better to disable and then come back. So now that they're disabled, on this big list, wrong email, on this big list, um, all of these things need to be active, and she's communicating where they are. So CBC South Gulf is where most of them are. And then, so that was in Port Joe. So go back through and disable the other two MLSs, and then if you scroll up to the top, CBC, here's where they're going to go. So the first one, again, look for the MLS number first. Okay, and it doesn't appear, which is great. So what we're going to do is scroll all the way up to the top, and then I don't put them in any particular order. I just scroll down until I see a gray one, or until I see one that's offset, meaning there's one on the right, but not one on the left, or not one on the left, but one on the right, just to fill out the site. I do want 2 by 2. Okay, so none of them are listed there. So the first thing I do is I want to duplicate this line, and that is this line, not the one, this line, because Port Joe is added to it. I just want to duplicate this line, but put it in its own new section. So this line right here is the one that I'll duplicate. So then I'll click the duplicate row button, and then I will drag it down and drop it right there. And then now there's going to be 2 lines, and that's okay. Nobody else could see this publicly just yet. So, and then this whole section, which we want to duplicate because there is a ton of listings to show, we hover over it, and then we duplicate this entire section, which is now under here. Now we have to drag that between the 2 lines that we just created. And then now the site looks, even though these are the same exact listings, it just looks very consistent across. So that's what we're going always for, consistency. And then looking at the email, which I'm going to leave off the screen, we just click on these items and start editing. You can edit through the text. I like to edit through the code. That way I don't have to mess with the H3 tag again. 154 Cape Tunes Drive. And then the next thing that I do is I go back to golfproperties.com. I copy this and then paste it in a new tab. You could use the menu to do the same thing. Okay, and the next website that I go to is pixr.com. And then click on Playful here. I'm just waiting for this to load. All right, so under search, then go to listing ID, and she's giving you the MLS numbers in the email, or they are. I keep saying she. 4946. And again, I'm just copying that information off of the email, and then hit search. They have a pop-up. Hit search again. Okay, and then here is all of the listing information. You want to right click on this and hit open in a new tab. You want to right click on the picture and click save image as. Highlight that. That number is always going to stay the same, so you need to change it. Change it to the MLS number 304964. Hit save. Then go over to the Pixlr, Pixlr. Okay. And then you can hit create new search, and then just choose 800 by 600, and then hit create. Click on the plus sign. Add the image. Go to your downloads folder. Click on the image and hit upload or open. Okay, now if you scroll, use your mouse over here in this gray area and scroll in or out, you will zoom in and out of the photo. So zoom out just a little bit. And the only thing that you're doing is you're trying to get this as much of the photo in there as possible, and as square as possible. So in other words, I don't want that nor do I want you to use any other thing other than the corners, because I don't want you to stretch the image out in a weird way. Just keep the image square and bring it in safe. Try to get the house in the center, even though there's this weird thing right here. I think that's another townhome, but try to keep the house in the center, and that's it. Just hit save. Hit medium, and then at this point I change it to 304.964 and then SM for small. Hit download, and then it downloads into your downloads folder. Okay, now we go back to the website, and then here's the Cape Dunes one. So we click on it, go to the picture, upload. I'll work on the CSS so that you could change it. Grab the one that says SM that you created, hit open, hit upload image. The link, now she wants these to open in a new tab. From the email, I'm grabbing that virtual tour and then pasting it here. Okay, and then now below here, click on the gear. And again, you could change it here or you could change it there. I'll change it here, even though I hate it. Okay, so then I just type in 304.946 and then delete the extra. And then what I'm going to do is, this is the listing details page. It's not the, it isn't the photo gallery, it's a details page. I'm going to copy that link, go over to here, highlight this entire item, press the link icon, paste it in, target, new window. Actually, that one's fine. And then hit OK. And then the last one is the button. Press on the gear on the button. And then the same thing, we are just copying the link from the email. Click on link, highlight the link, paste the link in, change this in same window to a new tab, hit that, click on the 3 lines, then hit save. Well, you did one. Okay, now do that this many times. And once you're done, you will have it. That's pretty much how to use Divi inside of another website. I know it's a lot of change and replacing specifically for Gulf Coast properties. This is their 3D tour page. This is how to edit their page. There's a lot to edit. One more thing that you should do is just look at the email, and part of the request is to open things in a new tab. It's fairly easy. Just click on the gear on each one of the pictures, go to the link. If they don't have an image URL, grab the virtual tour link. Actually, just start with the virtual tour link. It'd be better. Start with the virtual tour link because they all have those. Click on the link. I would copy the link here, and then all you have to do is change this to new tab. Hit the check button. Go back to the image, which this was a request. Click on the gear here. Click on link. Paste the virtual tour image. Make sure you hit new tab, and then go from there. So then that's done, and then you just have to go through and, like I said, grab the link from the virtual tour just in case it's not behind the image, put it behind the image and set both of them to open in a new window. And then that will do that from now on. So that was part of the request. So that's it. That's how you edit all of the information on this page and go from that point. So if you have any questions, just contact me. I'm happy to help you out with any Divi issues, and have a good day.